Some ghosts were said to have the power to cause people to become lost and disoriented. She would cover the eyes of her victims and causing them to lose their sense of direction and become hopelessly lost. This is a story submitted by Akiko from Japan. The warm summer breeze tousled my hair as I stood at the edge of the rural area, gazing at the rolling hills and the quaint houses nestled amidst the greenery. This was my grandma's hometown, a place that held both mystery and familiarity. I inhaled deeply, taking in the scent of blooming flowers and distant wood smoke, a scent that always reminded me of my dear grandmother. Grandma and I shared a bond like no other. She was my confidant, my guiding light. So, when she invited me to visit her for a few weeks, I couldn't resist the opportunity. It had been months since I last saw her, and I longed for her warm embrace and the comfort of her stories. As I made my way towards Grandma's house, my excitement mingled with a tinge of nervousness. The rural area was known for its rich folklore and tales of supernatural occurrences. Whispers of spirits and ghostly apparitions had intrigued and unsettled me since childhood. Yet my love for Grandma and the memories we shared overshadowed any apprehensions. Upon arriving at Grandma's quaint wooden house, I was enveloped in a sense of serenity. The air hummed with tranquility, interrupted only by the chirping of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves. Grandma greeted me with a warm smile, her twinkling eyes reflecting a lifetime of wisdom and love. Days passed in a blur of laughter, shared meals, and storytelling. Grandma regaled me with tales of spirits that roamed the forests and ghostly encounters passed down through generations. Though these stories sent shivers down my spine, I couldn't help but be captivated by her words. The supernatural felt alive in this rural haven, and I found myself both intrigued and cautious about what lay beyond the boundaries of Grandma's home. One evening, curiosity gnawed at me, beckoning me to explore the nearby forested area. As the golden sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, I shared my intentions with Grandma. She offered a gentle warning, cautioning me to stay on the marked trail and return before dark. Despite her words, my adventurous spirit prevailed, and with a nod of reassurance I set off into the unknown. The forest greeted me with a cool embrace as I ventured deeper into its heart. The dense canopy of trees cast eerie shadows upon the forest floor, making the path ahead appear like a corridor to the unknown. The fading sunlight filtered through the leaves, dappling the ground with patches of light. As I strolled along the trail, a sense of tranquility washed over me. The gentle breeze whispered through the trees, carrying with it the faint scent of moss and damp earth. But with each step, the familiarity gave way to an inexplicable unease. It was as if unseen eyes followed my every move, their gaze penetrating the thin veil that separated the living from the realm of the supernatural. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows through the trees, a chill settled in the air. It was then, in the fading light of day, that I heard it. An ethereal voice that whispered my name on the breeze. My heart skipped a beat as I strained to listen, my senses heightened. "Akiko," it called, so clear and distinct that I could almost feel the breath upon my ear. I spun around, searching for the source of the voice, but the forest remained eerily silent. Fear mingled with curiosity, urging me to investigate further. Was it Grandma playing a trick or testing my courage? Or had I stumbled upon something far more otherworldly? Unsettled, I took a deep breath, attempting to steady my racing heart. Pushing aside my doubts, I continued along the trail, albeit with a quickened pace. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting elongated shadows that seemed to reach out towards me. With each passing moment, the forest grew darker, its secrets veiled by the encroaching night. The forest, once vibrant and inviting, now transformed into a labyrinth of twisted branches and shifting shadows. A feeling of unease coiled within me, making me question my decision to venture deeper into its depths. Yet the lingering echo of my grandmother's voice spurred me onward, curiosity mingling with trepidation. Time seemed to warp in the darkness, with the only guiding light being the pale glow of the moon filtering through the dense canopy above. Each step I took felt heavier, as if the very ground beneath me conspired to slow my progress. The trail, once familiar, now seemed subtly altered, the trees wearing veils of deception. As I pressed on, my senses sharpened, attuned to the whispers that danced through the air. Faint rustlings, distant sighs, and the occasional snap of a twig echoed through the forest, teasing my imagination. Every flicker of movement caught my attention, my eyes darting from one shadow to the next. With each passing minute, the voice calling my name grew more persistent, as if beckoning me towards an unseen destination. I quickened my pace, driven by a mix of determination and mounting fear. Yet no matter how long I walked, the forest resisted my escape, ensnaring me in its ethereal grasp. A sinking feeling took hold as I realized the true nature of my predicament. I was lost. The marked trail that once guided me had dissolved into a maze of twisted paths and deceptive turns. Panic clawed at my throat, its grip tightening with each futile attempt to find my way back. Desperation fueled my actions as I resorted to marking the trees with stones, etching symbols into their rough bark with trembling hands. It was a feeble attempt to break free from the clutches of the forest's cruel game, to find a path that led to safety. But as I continued to mark tree after tree, I could not shake the unsettling realization that my efforts were in vain. Hours blurred into an endless procession of time as I trudged onward, the forest's silence swallowing my pleas for help. Fatigue settled into my bones, my legs growing heavy with each weary step. The moon hung high above, casting its pale glow upon the forest floor, as if offering a mocking reminder of my entrapment. Then, just as I felt my body give way to exhaustion, a sudden wave of dizziness washed over me. The world spun, and the forest blurred into a cacophony of swirling colors. I fought to maintain my balance, my vision fading to darkness. In the midst of my disoriented state, a figure materialized before my eyes, a spectral apparition of my grandfather, long departed from the realm of the living. His translucent form radiated an ethereal glow, his presence both haunting and comforting. Grandpa's voice, a mere whisper on the wind, reached my ears. His words held an otherworldly wisdom, a message laced with both love and warning. But before his message could fully register in my bewildered mind, I succumbed to the darkness, my consciousness slipping away. The next moments remained a hazy blur, fragmented fragments of memories. I caught glimpses of concerned faces hovering above me, the distant sound of urgent voices, and the sensation of being carried through the forest's threshold. When I regained consciousness, I found myself lying in a sterile hospital room, the beeping of machines and the antiseptic scent filling the air. Confusion swirled within me as fragments of the past few days pieced themselves together. I learned that I had been discovered in a bush off the trail, days after I had gone missing. The search parties had scoured the forest, their efforts finally uncovering my battered and disoriented form. Whispers spread among the hospital staff, their murmurs hinting at the haunted nature of the forest. They spoke of lost souls and eerie phenomena, warning of the depths of the supernatural that lurked within the woods. Their tales aligned with the eerie encounter I had experienced, a chilling encounter that left me marked by the unseen forces that dwell within the rural area.